Authentic Tribe. Welcome back to my channel. For those that do not know me, my name is Nicole-LPC and I am a licensed professional counselor in Michigan. I am also an author. I am an author of a workbook, Authentically You. I created this community of an authentic tribe for those that want to show up and be themselves, being supported as their authentic self. And I've been going through the workbook so that, I can explain and help people that have the workbook, but those that want to get the workbook, how to go about completing the exercises to show up and become authentically themselves with self-acceptance and unconditional self-love. So today I'm going to go into liberation, right? Being free to just be you. So if you do not have the workbook and you would like to get the workbook, you can get this workbook on Amazon. For those that do have the workbook and is following along, we're going to go into it. But if you don't have it, you still can definitely follow from me sharing the exercises in the workbook. So today I'm going to be talking about you being honest with who you are, right? Showing up as your authentic self, right? And I'm going to read a portion of the exercise so that way you can be clear on why this exercise is going to be important, okay? So being honest with yourself about how you view yourself is key, because for you want to be self-aware, and that's going to be really important. So as you do your work, as you go on the self-discovery journey through the workbook, you become self-aware, and then you are open to accepting all parts of you unconditionally. So I'm going to just read a portion of this particular exercise. So sometimes it can be challenging for people to speak about themselves with high regard, whether it is because they were taught to be modest, they don't want people to view them as being arrogant, they are not confident in how they see themselves, or they worry about what others think of them. So in the exercise, it's my hope and desire that as you complete the exercise, becoming self-aware through the self-discovery, that you will become clear on who you are, which will lead you to self-acceptance and ultimately unconditional self-love. So just think about as you complete this exercise, and I don't want you to overthink it, because sometimes people really are overthinking things and they become stressed that they feel like they don't have all the answers or don't know what to say. It really is you introducing yourself as if you were talking to someone and somebody asked you, like, who are you, right? Being clear on who you are, your characteristic traits, your personality. So the exercise says, allow me to introduce myself. I am. And then you would go into who you are as a person, right? But then also, once you get to that piece and you're sharing who you are, there is another portion of the exercise that leads you into list any things you don't like about yourself and why. And sometimes people, will think, well, why would I say I don't like something about myself? Or why would I list something that I don't like about myself? And I'm going to give you a little example. In this exercise, you will be asked to list anything you do not like about yourself. And you may be asking why. The answer is when you are aware and open to acknowledge your flaws or traits that you are not pleased with, you are more open to accepting and working on it. So this allows you to authentically show up without the mask, accepting and loving all of yourself unconditionally. So just think, if you are aware of your flaws, then you are open to it, and it's not as if you don't know or you're pretending, and so then you don't have to show up like with the mask on, right? You can just be free. That's why I said that liberation of, you know, just being free to be you, to be okay with knowing like I'm not perfect, because nobody's perfect, right? So definitely it can be things that you want to work on. And if that's the case, then please, you know, like start to do your work. But then also it can be things that you're just accepting of. And that's okay too. Because remember, it's about you being accepting of yourself. So you're not looking for validation from others. You're saying, this is who I am. I accept me unconditionally with self-love. So when you answer the questions of list anything you don't like about yourself and why, just be honest with yourself. But you're also going to list 5 things you do like about yourself and why, right? Because remember when I first started off, I said, you know, to introduce yourself. And sometimes people can be uncomfortable in sharing who they are as a person because they don't want to seem like they're bragging on themselves. But I want you to really think about the things that you like about yourself, the traits that you have that are positive. That's really key in accepting yourself and being okay with, hey, I'm like really good in this area, and I'm really this type of person, you know, and it's okay. I think, you know, people should definitely toot their own horn and be okay with saying that you're great at something. Don't always look for things that you need to change and work on. Look at the positive things, you know, more so. Not that, you know, you're going to dismiss anything that you want to work on, but you're going to focus on the positive attributes that you have, as well as do the work for anything that you would like to change. So in this exercise, it's really like, okay, I'm becoming self-aware. I'm able to speak on myself. I know all parts of me. I'm open to doing the work if I need to. And I'm also open to accepting myself. So I hope that this exercise really gets you to start to open up, be honest with yourself, and do the work so that you can be self-aware through this self-discovery journey. I'm going to leave this here because, of course, you know, as you do the work, one step at a time, not to overwhelm you, but to know that you're going at your pace. And I hope that this really helps. And I hope to see you guys in the next talk or meet up for our tribe.